Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Jazakallahu khair, and thank you guys for joining me today. This particular upload is going to be a little bit later, but nonetheless, guys, we're still moving. We're still on track for our 29-day healing journey. Alhamdulillah. If you're new here, my name is Imaan, the author of The Believer's Book of Magic, a 29-day guide to attracting abundance through gratitude. Alhamdulillah. And we are going through my book chapter by chapter, day by day, and my book is under the kunya Nureddin. So alhamdulillah, thank you guys so much for joining me. I also have a 7-week gratitude healing program attached to my book, and it's a whole journey, alhamdulillah, that I take the sisters that come and sign up with me on. And if you all, alhamdulillah, would like to join me, please don't hesitate. Please, yes, alhamdulillah, we're almost, like 10 days, actually literally 10 days into January, alhamdulillah, third of the way through January. But you can still join me. We can still start your day one. It's a 29-day journey or a 7-week journey. It's not a January thing, it's not a February thing. It's literally just from the day that you make the intention that inshallah you want to take your healing and your spirituality to the next level. Boom, that's when I show up. So inshallah, please sign up, and please let me know inshallah if you're watching. Please subscribe, please say hi, please like this video inshallah. I really appreciate every single person, alhamdulillah, who has been with me on this journey so far. So thank you. So we are on day 8. Yesterday we were on day 7, which is about focusing on our family and our familiar relationships. Today we are on day 8, right? And it's so funny because alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has truly made it such that I'm realizing today how those two things are linked, right? It's like, if you want to, be happy and healthy and prosperous in life, you have to choose the right spouse. If you want your children to grow up, if you as a person, or if you want your children, alhamdulillah, to grow up, healthy and thriving and to be, incredible human beings, you have to be, there for your children. You have to be attentive to your children. You have to be, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that, especially I'm realizing now, that your health as an individual is very much linked to your years, in your family, in so many ways. And alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful for my parents and my family that, a lot of things, we all went through hardships in our family and we've all gone through things. But alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has always enabled us to truly be, to be thriving and to be healthy, and to not have these things that people say, oh, well, it's in our families, this and that. No. And I realize a lot of that actually is not just, oh, it's not good genetics or anything like that. It's actually attunement. There's a lot of spirituality in my family. There's a lot of people who, we all practice different religions. I'm literally the only Muslim in my family, but I'm not the only person who's dedicated to their religion, if that makes sense, in my family. And so we all kind of are people who truly try to find something that aligns with our soul in the best way. And alhamdulillah, I can tell you now, my grandparents, my great grandparents, they live for they, alhamdulillah, very healthy. And my uncles, everybody's extremely healthy, and I'm extremely grateful for that. But it's a constant reminder to me how your health is almost directly linked to your family, or actually your relationships and the people that you have. So many people will have issues with their skin, or issues with their bowels, or issues with whatever it is, and it will stem not from a real, or let me not say, it will stem mostly from psychosomatic things, things that you go through internally, right? Whether it be a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of whatever it is, right? Alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us all and protect us all, and align us, alhamdulillah, with goodness. Ameen. But it's always such an eye-opener, and it's something that I'm really having to focus on. And I hate it when I hear people say, oh well, this and this runs in the family, or this and that runs in the family. Oh well, heart disease runs in the family. But oh, you mean like being anxious and not trusting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like that runs in your family? Like, what you mean that runs in your family? Like, I honestly, I'm a true believer that whatever it is that you feel like came with you, you can change that, right? And again, because of the family that I grew up in, like, I've seen not just me, but like people who, you know, we can have this running in our family, or that happening in our family, or this religion, or this situation, or these, you know, curses, or whatever it is. Not curses, I don't want to say curses, but like people like to say, oh, generational curses, or this and that, like people grew up this way and so therefore we're just like that, blah blah. No, you can literally have whatever it is running in your family, but you can say, you know what, no, not with me. Like, it ends with me. And I've seen that with my own family. I've seen that, alhamdulillah, with myself, with choosing the deen, with choosing religion, with choosing Islam. I've seen that with my parents. I've seen that with my family. And I realized that, alhamdulillah, I've seen it with my grandparents. And I realized that, like, actually you have the power to do anything that you want to do in this life if you truly trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you truly put your faith in your path. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can transform anything for you. And when you do that, it's almost like everything becomes easier. When you take off the burdens and the difficulties and the weight of this and that, and I have to be this way, and I have to society and like culture and blah, blah blah. When you take that off and you actually align yourself with who Allah wants you to be, it's like everything becomes easier. Your health, your emotions, your psychology, every single thing becomes aligned. So many people want to blame other people for the decisions that they made, and the decisions that they made is usually because, well, I had no choice because my family's like this. Well, I had no, and it's like, no, you have the choice to be who you want to be. Nobody's forcing anything upon you. You have the right choice. You have the choice to make. And I think it's also a thing from Shaitan. And he tricks us. He threatens us with poverty. He threatens us that, like, if you take that step and move away from your family, or you take that step and you choose another path and you go against, you know, what's been normal in your society, whatever it is, it's like he threatens you with poverty, or he threatens you with so many things, or you'll be ostracized, or you'll be this and you'll be this, forgetting that actually Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who guides, and Allah is the one who meets you where you need to be. And again, like, I feel like I've had my book since 2022, but it's really starting to resonate with me how your health and your family are so linked. You're like, if you really want to be healthy spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, physically, you have to be able to work on the baggage and work on the things that are not working for you, working on the things that have been ingrained in you, that you have maybe started to do, that, like, you really have to assess yourself. And the best way to do that is really, like, infuse gratitude. Like, the harder it is for you to be grateful for something, the more it is that you have to kind of say, okay, this is an issue in my life. Anyway, I digress. So alhamdulillah, we're talking about our health, and this is actually something that I'm, like I said, it's something I'm realizing more, because I had a scenario last year. If you have followed my channel, you know that, like, I really went through a whole transformation last year, alhamdulillah. And I, like, was in kind of in between a lot of places, and I was like, not a lot of places, I was in between from where I was to where I needed to be, right? Which is right exactly, alhamdulillah, where I am today. But there was a lot of uncertainty. I did not know where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was taking me. I did not know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted from me as a person, as a believer, you know, in terms of, like, my life, my purpose, where I'm going. And I was so, you know, heartbroken, because everything kind of changed like this in my life. And it ironically was right after I had finished my 30-day journey. No, it wasn't actually. I did my journey during the whole transformation, and that opened a whole nother path for me, alhamdulillah. That opened this path for me. Anyway, so I went through this journey, and I had to walk away from family. I had to walk away. I literally, I had to walk away from what was familiar, a town, a place, the people that were familiar to me for years, for decades. I had to walk away from it and, like, choose Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and choose my deen above everything. And Alhamdulillah, every single step since then has been blessed. I've been grateful. Allah really has blessed me with so many things. But I did not realize that I was carrying something within me. I was carrying a hurt, a heartache inside of me. And yesterday, as I was doing this gratitude practice, alhamdulillah, it's almost as if it all kind of, it like broke. And because now I had to really think about my family. I had to think about like all people in my family, my, my most beloved people in my family, the people that are like distant from me. I had to think about the good that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has allowed in my life simply because of my family. And it broke my heart. Like I cried. I mean, alhamdulillah, I think it's been coming because I've literally been crying every day since December, like this whole December. Like whenever I think about especially my father, I will just cry and cry and cry and cry and cry because I had to purge it out. I had to take it out of my system. Anyway, so alhamdulillah, yesterday it just broke, and I got to the bottom of why it is that I've been feeling so heavy-hearted, alhamdulillah. And this morning I wake up, and as a result of that, I've actually had a weird pain on my legs. I've had like a very strange pain, and I couldn't explain it. The doctors couldn't explain it. It was like they were like, oh no, maybe it's linked to inflammation, it's linked to this, it's linked to that. But I'm like, I don't really have, like, what is that, you know what I mean? Anyway, so today I wake up this morning, alhamdulillah, and because of the release that I had yesterday from that gratitude practice, and really just releasing and asking Allah, praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and infusing, seeing that realm of my life and that period of my life through the eyes of gratitude, and being grateful that, like, Ya Rab, you were not, it was for my good, right? The plans of the enemy, whatever it was, they were actually for my good, and I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful for the journey. Alhamdulillah, I woke up this morning and it was like that heaviness, those tears, that sadness, whatever it is that I had been experiencing, it was suddenly gone. Suddenly it was gone. Like it was gone. Like the heaviness of my heart was just completely gone. And alhamdulillah, the pain that I had been feeling, the physical pain that I've been feeling, also gone. Just like from nowhere. It started from nowhere and it left from nowhere. Alhamdulillah. And again, it's like I was saying, it's such a reminder, and it's such a clear correlation, right? Just to me in my own personal life, to show us that, like, actually, alhamdulillah, there is so much that is linked. Like, if we don't take care of our mental, emotional, psychological, spiritual health, if we're not assessing, if we're not regularly being able to truly, make sure that we are like living in congruence with our true selves, right? Somebody who's spiritual, who prays, who worships Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is reminded of Allah, who lives, alhamdulillah, truly in alignment with who you're meant to be. Things build up. Even if, like, I mean, I won't lie, I didn't think that I had an issue, or the pain that I had was linked to my heartache or my heartbreak or anything like that. I didn't think that was the case, right? And I was praying every day. I was doing everything that I was supposed to be doing every day. Alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst those who maintain their salah and who worship him beautifully. But like, I was doing everything that I was supposed to do, but I was still carrying this heavy heart, until alhamdulillah, Allah inspired me to truly face this thing that I didn't even realize was in the room, traveling with me wherever I go. And so yeah, it's crazy, but it's not crazy, but it's just how it is. It's the reality of what being a human being is, especially being somebody who's aligned with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, desire and his demands upon us. It's like, you know what I mean? And it's also a message that, like, alhamdulillah, whatever it is that you're going through, if you keep striving, keep moving, keep your salah, keep your akhlaq, keep going, keep repenting, keep going, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring your relief. He will bring your relief. He will bring your whatever problem that you're facing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring that release, because you have to be aligned. Like, you have to be truly seeking it. Seek it and you will find it. Like, move towards it and you will find it. And Allah will bring it, and it will sort your things out without even, like, in the most craziest way, inshallah. So yeah, that is my practice for today. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses you all. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides us all. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala truly enables us to be amongst the people of great health, alhamdulillah, where we can strive, use our bodies, our mental health, our emotional health, spiritual health, psychological health, to do good for ourselves, for our families, for our ummah, alhamdulillah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala truly grant us goodness and success in this world as well as the akhirah. I love you all for the sake of Allah. Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.